good morning and welcome to our Thursday edition of Main Street TV. And we have lots of things to talk about and special guests. We'll get along with that. But first of all, I want to remind you that we have some things to celebrate today. Did you know that today is International Just Be You Day?
Just be you?
Just be you.
I'm
That's
good at that.
Y-O-U, not A-U. Just Be You Day. The reason I said that is because it's a little confusing because they used to be in May 22nd. Now they have, April 22nd. Now they moved it to the May 22nd. So I didn't want you to miss that. Also, don't forget it's also National Solitaire Day.
Oh, I'm good.
So you can play. I guess you can't play solitaire with your friends, can you?
No.
So anyway, and it's also a great day because we're going to be talking about My Brother's Place in Wellston. My Brother's Place, the food pantry for Wellston, as well as have a wonderful store that we'll talk about. And then a little bit later on the show, we want to talk with Midnight High, who's going to be performing at the Oak Hill Festival of Flags. I think it's on Sunday. And also, we're going to have Josh Willett come in later on today, and he's going to be giving us all the updates on the latest on movies. And, of course, our good bud, Pete Wilson, will be here to give us latest in news. But first of all, I would like to welcome Connie Pelletier and Tammy Phillips from My Brother's Place in Wellston to talk about all the neat and new things that are going on at My Brother's Place, right?
Yep. Thank you. We are excited to be here and to share what we have going on and what we have planned for the future. And it's Tammy. I want Tammy to explain our grants because she is the instrument that got us these grants. So
we applied for the state's one-time.
pull it up.
There you go.
We applied for the state's one-time strategic grant and received $200,000 from that.
$200,000, no match.
Exactly. And we come up with a laundry list of things that was needed. And even with that, we still needed a little bit more money. So we've also, they were blessed with some private grants and then some donations. Organizations, they bought some things we needed, like the tankless water heater was purchased by a local organization. Mm-hmm. And people have been very good, the businesses, to donate products and labor and money to help finish the project. And when the project's completed, probably by the end of June, the entire building will be done from roof to the concrete it sits on.
Yeah. With this $200,000 and all the other things that Tammy's mentioned, we did get a new roof. We had a tree growing into the roof. You might put the picture of before up. We got a new roof, new gutters, new siding. They tuck-pointed the building before they put the siding on. This is before. We got all new porches in the front and the back. We got a ramp on the left-hand side, a new ramp, a larger ramp, with the hand railings. And the hand railings are special because they have a lower hand railing for anyone that might be in a wheelchair. We got all new windows, all new doors.
Yeah, that's the new building.
That's the new. If you'll notice, the parking lot was gravel. Partly it was a mess. So now you don't have a big hump when you come up and try to park into the parking lot. If you'll see our new signs, we have new signs in the front and the back. We put a big one in the back because you can see it from Ohio Avenue and the people that are using High Valley Bank, their drive-through. We have all new electrical inside and out. Which was badly needed. We have all new lighting inside and out. We have cameras on every door. We have 3 doors, one in the front, one in the back, and one on the side ramp. We have a tankless hot water tank. And very important item that we have added is a generator. We have 4 big freezers, 2 big refrigerators, and we didn't have a generator. So thanks to this grant and donations, we have a generator. Painting. We just finished painting the inside, all the walls, all the shelving in the back that holds our food, and our next step that will be June the 16th, 18th, and 20th. We will be closed that whole week because we're getting they're tearing out that old stinky carpet, and we're going to get a new floor. Now, we give out food, you can come in once a month, but if your week falls in that week, you can come in the week before that, and we'll take care of you. Did I mention the electrical, the lighting inside and out? There's so many great things that have been added that sometimes we forget. In August, we should have all of our improvements done, and we're going to have a big open house for everyone in August. We'll have all the people that helped us do all of these things and support us and donate. We'll have everyone there, and it will be open to the public too. Our thrift store, we rely on the sales from our thrift store to help pay for our food, and our food can cost us anywhere from $400 to $600 a month to buy. So we want everyone to know that our thrift store is not just for people that, if you think,
Anyone can shop there.
Anyone can shop there. We get donations that still have tags on it. We had a pair of boots the other day that we looked things up to see what they're worth. They were sold for $80. We sold them for $3. And that usually everything's $1, but there are a few things we might put $2 or $3 on, but usually nothing more than that, unless it's a big item. But right now we aren't taking donations because of the flooring. They have to move all of those things, and we wouldn't have room to replace or to move everything to get the flooring done, and that will be the whole building. So we have bag sales, which you can get a 13-inch trash bag the first and third Friday of the month for $5 plus tax. I think it's $5.36.
Yes.
But you can stuff it full for $5.36, which is a really good deal. Every once in a while, and check our Facebook page. It's under My Brother's Place, Wellston, I believe, but it has all of our hours. It has the days that we're open, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 to 3. You can leave messages. You can ask questions on our Facebook page, and we will answer. Because sometimes, like yesterday, this week, every shirt, men's and women's shirts, are half price, which is 50 cents. Come on. And some of those have tags on them still where people donate things. I know I buy things and don't wear it, and it ends up at my brother's place. But our food boxes.
How they qualify.
Yeah. If you come in and bring me, we are under contract with Southeast Ohio Food Banks, and I have to input information which keeps our stats on how many we feed and how many people are in the family. So I need your ID. I need where you live. We try to limit it to the Wellston City School District. However, if someone comes in with a need and they are not in that district, we'll try to take care of them. Or we will tell them where they need to go to be taken care of. We have a list of all the phone numbers of any kind of need. We have that too, and we be glad to give you a copy of it. There's also the senior boxes, what we call the senior boxes, commodity boxes. Those are for seniors. We have the applications for that, and they can be picked up. You just drive down Railroad Avenue on the first Tuesday of every month, and they will bring that to your car. And Gary and Sharon Stabler, who are wonderful, they take care of that. They're over that. And if you miss that day, that's on a Tuesday, we can still hand it out inside until the next Wednesday, because we have to give the information back to Logan on how many have been picked up and how many haven't. So they'll know how many to give us the next time it goes around. Am I missing anything? Our new signs.
Were done by the Voinovich school.
Yeah. They designed our new signs, not that one, the one on the wall, on the outside of the building.
The circle.
The big circle. They designed those for us, and
They
then
have students work on those.
Yeah.
Is what
Yeah.
happens, and then they have artists, the teachers with them, and
yeah.
they design your signage.
Let me see.
Probably should mention, excuse me, your hours. You're open,
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 to 3.
right?
Our phone number is 740-855-4545, and also Facebook. You can get in touch with us through Facebook.
And My Brother's Place, which is the food pantry as well as the thrift store. You're located on Railroad Avenue.
Yeah. Now, if you put it in your GPS, they're going to send you down by the skating park, the skating rink. So if you know where the depot is, we're right behind the depot. On the same street where Piggly Wiggly and Family Dollar. If you go across the tracks, you've gone too far. But there is a sign that says Railroad Avenue off of 2nd Street.
Right. Uh-huh.
And I don't want to forget our wonderful, wonderful, dedicated, loyal, hardworking volunteers. We could not do what we do without our volunteers. We are so thankful. And we're thankful for Tammy, too. Tammy's always, she even covered some chairs for me.
Right,
For
everything's new.
Everything's new, yeah.
And we've been lucky, you've gotten 3 boys that come from the high school to
Yes.
help unload the big loads of
Yeah.
food, which is
Once a month. And we get sometimes over 2,000 pounds of food once a month. And 3 wonderful kids from the high school come down and help us unload and put that away before they go to school. So we're thankful for, is it Matt Ginter?
yes.
The teacher, Mr. Ginter, he's the one that sends them down and arranges all of that for us. So we're very thankful.
And My Brother's Place, of course, is part of the Wellston Ministerial Association.
Absolutely.
And, of course, the whole idea of the starting of My Brother's Place was to help others, right?
Yeah. And once a month, we have a meeting with the board members who are, if they choose to be, pastors or preachers or fathers. We have one Catholic father who's a member too. We meet once a month, and I give them a report of everything that goes on in that office. Everything, financial, you name it, how many people we take care of. I give them a report every month. So you might read the mission statement.
Yeah, and also My Brother's Place through the Wellston Ministerial Association is a 501(c)(3). And the mission statement is to instill hope and improve the health and well-being of our neighbors in need by providing reliable access to nutritious food and affordable clothing and a welcoming environment through the generosity of volunteers, individuals, and community partnerships.
Yeah, we're so passionate about this. We really are. We want to be there. We try to make sure it's a loving environment when you come in, and we try to help people in any way that they need. If someone has a fire and loses everything, we try to help take care of that. You know, at no cost. We'll give them clothing. We've had homeless people. We've fed homeless people. We've clothed homeless people. We just try to have open doors and open hearts and open arms.
Also, you've been provided time to time from local churches what they call those homeless emergency packets.
Yes, at Christmas especially, the churches.
Right.
And we have some bags that we're going to try to get it. We're into so much right now. We're kind of busy, but we have these bags that we're going to pass out at churches, and for congregation to take these bags home and put what they would like to donate in way of food or monetary. We have some very faithful monetary donators every month. But anyway, we'll get around to that to pass out these bags.
Okay.
So people can donate food.
And by the way, open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which means they would love for you to stop by and
We
take
will
a
be
peek.
closed. We will be closed Monday for Memorial Day.
Okay, that's true.
I lost it.
That's all right.
I had something I was going to say.
But anyway,
General Mills.
okay.
They've been so giving. With donations. If I call or text or email, they're very quick to help donate cereal, all those
Frozen foods,
foods
pizza
like
rolls.
the pizza rolls, the mini pizzas, and what are those gushers?
Right.
We have boxes of gushers. In fact, we give them away to the kids when they come in.
Okay. So once again, let's recap a little bit. Let's talk about your hours, your location again, so
And when you're
everybody
gonna
knows
close,
that.
The days you're gonna
Okay.
close.
Here, keep in mind that you might write this down. We will be closed this Monday, Memorial Day, in June the 16th, 18th, and 20th. That whole week will be closed. But if it's time for you to get your food, come in the week before, and we'll take care of that. The hours, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 to 3. Leave us a message on Facebook if you have a question or you need help, you need something, leave us a message and we will answer that. We are on Railroad Avenue, which is off of 2nd Street, not down by the skating rink, but it's off of 2nd Street. Before you get to the railroad tracks, you turn right and we're right there.
Yeah, if you're coming down Pennsylvania Avenue, just turn at the library.
Yeah.
That's on 2nd Street, and head that way head towards Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah.
And it's Railroad Avenue is on the right just before the tracks.
Yes. We'd love to
Okay.
see you.
Or if you're coming the other way, right after the tracks.
There you go.
All right, so once again, it's My Brother's Place at 116 Railroad Avenue in Wellston. Except for this Monday, which of course is a holiday. They're open Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 10 till 3. And if you're just curious, stop by.
Yeah. And you got anything else?
No, it looks beautiful, and I think people will be shocked.
Yeah.
And they've got wonderful. It's very clean, nice clothes.
Yeah.
Do we have any?
Affordable.
We have some pictures of the inside, correct?
Yeah.
Some changes that has happened in the.
No, it has been, the walls have been painted since these pictures, so,
Okay.
yeah. All those walls that paneling has been painted. It looks so much brighter.
But plenty of clothes to choose from, as you can see.
And we have it in men's section, women's section, kids section. We have, if you'll see that, sometimes we get a lot of donations of sportswear from different schools, Benton County even, Benton County, Jackson, Wellston. So, and we'd love for you to spread the word because we still have people say, oh, I didn't know you were there. And thrifting is really a big deal right now, so come and visit our thrift store.
Okay. Any other photos? Might as well go through the whole group.
Yeah. That's
Ramey.
Dre Ramey. He was
Yes,
one of our
Dre.
volunteers who has now been accepted at OSU, Ohio State,
No, it's Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Okay, to be a doctor, and all of his schooling is paid for.
And of course, this is part of where they store the food.
Yeah, all these shelves have been painted. The walls, the ceilings, everything in the store has been painted. You have more?
Okay.
Is that it? Okay. Well, come and see us.
All right. Once again, thank you, Tammy Phillips, Connie Pelletier, and for updating us on My Brother's Place on Railroad Avenue in Wellston. And once again, they're open Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 10 till 3. Won't be open this Monday, of course, being a holiday, but if you get a chance, stop by. And if you're looking for some really nice clothing at a good price,
That's
stop
right.
by, okay? All right.
Thanks,
so
John.
much. Hey, we're going to be back with more Main Street TV right after this.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. We are back, Jade and Josh, for the movies.
Yay!
It kind of has a ring to it. So what you got for us this week, Josh?
Well, we have to talk about Final Destination from last week.
Yeah. Ever since we've been talking about it, I was just like, okay, I need to get back into the movies. Even though the lore isn't like super connected, I was just like, I still want to watch them because classics. So I watched the first two and I'm on the third one right now, and I am very terrified of log trucks. I've been weirdly super observant on log trucks and why are there so many everywhere and why are they right in front of me on the highway?
Well, again, being here where we live, we do see them a lot.
Yeah.
And I was driving through the mountains in West Virginia yesterday, and there were 2 log trucks side by side, and they were it looked like they were probably pine trees that had been stripped down, and they were hanging well over the truck and like very, very low. And I'm looking going, nope, not happening. So I went and saw it. I told everybody I was going to go see it.
Okay.
I did. I loved it.
It looks so good. I want to watch it.
Here's what I'll tell you. So again, if you're a fan of Final Destination, you'll kind of know what to expect. I guess in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's a horror movie and all that. It really, I don't want to even call it that.
Yeah.
Because what happens is the scenes that, of course, are death are very graphic. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they're absolutely miserable. But the rest of the movie, it's like everything's fine, except that everybody's looking over their shoulder all the time.
Yeah.
And they do a really good job of making light of the fact that they know that something is going to occur. So actually, my wife and I and one of my daughters, we went and watched it with actually our staff at Tri-City. And I was really surprised that that my wife liked it.
Really?
I was, matter of fact, I didn't even ask her if she wanted to go. I'm in my mind going, she'll never want to go watch this movie. And so I don't want to say I didn't invite her, but it was like, I didn't even bring it up. I'm like, I want to go see this. I'm going to go see it with the staff. She's like, she showed up. Like, oh, you're going to watch this? So when it was all said and done, we both really liked it. So it is not for the faint of heart. Every time we look around at something, so we've spent the last week after seeing the movie, it's like you'll see something happening, especially if you're driving. To me, that's the time. You're driving and you see something happening and you're just imagining like the next 10 steps.
Yeah, like it could cause this to cause this to cause this.
Right. So we spent the whole weekend talking about the fact that it just felt like, oh, here we go. Here's a Final Destination moment happening right now.
Exactly.
So anyway, if you get a chance, go see it. But this week, we have finally hit what I'm calling Mission Stitch. So we've been talking about it forever. This is the unofficial beginning of summer. We know that with graduations happening and all the great things that are happening in our communities, alumni. I know I'm planning on going to a class reunion. So there's all kinds of great stuff that happens this weekend. It's also everybody's favorite hot dog and hamburger weekend. So, it's great to be able to do that. But know that at the movie theater, we are officially hitting our beginning of summer. So
I'm real excited.
I'm excited about that. We've talked about so many of these movies that I don't want to just keep saying the same thing over and over again. But what I will tell you is that Lilo and Stitch, of course, opens up this weekend. First show times are on Thursday. It is at all 3 of our theaters. And again, we've already talked about that. I love the fact that it's live action. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be real good.
You'll also see that here sitting on the table right now, this is our kids box. So those of you who come to the movies regularly know that we will take these kids boxes and they are for your popcorn and your drink And of course, it's up there. Right there. That's funny. He tried to look at it and do it as a mirror. Where we have candy as well. So these are regular price, the same price that we would normally do for any kids pack. So there's no upcharge for this. So yay, mom and dad, when your kids want to come and watch a movie and they want a kids pack and they want to have the Lilo and Stitch one, there you go. That's the bottom of it. And of course you can see just kind of on...
That's real cute.
There on this side, you can see as well. So this will help you, mom and dad. This will help you not spend a whole bunch of money. Now, if we are going to spend some money, we do have in very, very, very limited supply at Danbury only, we have our collector's edition popcorn tub, which is not just a popcorn tub,
is
but
really
it's
cute.
actually our Stitch collectible popcorn bucket.
That is really cute.
And when you look at that, you think to yourself, it's not very big. I'm going to tell you, it's got to be at least 18 inches tall. It might be almost 2 foot tall by the time you include those ears in there. So it is fairly large. Come in and the day you get it, of course, it gets filled with popcorn and it's a part of your a bucket of popcorn. So this is an extremely limited supply. If I had to guess, it will probably be sold out. So this will be airing Thursday. I'm guessing it will sell out tonight. We are already assuming there will be a line at the door at 3 o'clock.
Wow.
For people just coming in because they want to get that. Now, you do need to get a ticket. You don't have to have a ticket for that particular day. But if you don't have tickets already, when you buy that, you do need to make sure it's for ticket holders only. So you need to make sure you're coming in and buying tickets for a movie to make sure you're going to see Lilo and Stitch with us in order to go in and get that as well. So that is my disclaimer on that. And again, very, very limited supply. And there's no... It's very difficult to get those for us. We were able to get the few that we were, and so we're just excited to have them. Again, these are only at Danbury, but make your way there. Come in, grab it, get your tickets to go see it. I know our pre-sales are already up, so that's really exciting. On that note, of course, we also have Mission Impossible opening this weekend. We've been talking about that movie for quite some time. Everyone has been anticipating this.
Yes.
In the famous trailer scene I know right now is you see him like hanging from an airplane while it's flying upside down.
Which is a very strong start.
Right. So it's a very Tom Cruise kind of thing. Really excited about this. I'm hearing that it is getting rave reviews right now. Some people are saying it's the best Mission Impossible. Not sure. Speaking of that, when we were talking about Final Destination, so Final Destination R-rated horror thriller has a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
That is unheard of for
Yeah.
a movie like that to have that kind of
Wow.
to have that kind of numbers on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's actually... Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, I was seeing that just the other day. So 93% on Rotten Tomatoes must be a
impressive.
pretty good
Yeah,
movie.
that's pretty impressive.
So, and then the next one, I don't remember whether I had you pull this up, but we'd already talked about last week, Angel Studios' The Last Rodeo. That opens this weekend as well. Hey, he's got it. So Angel Studios' The Last Rodeo, it will be playing at all 3 theaters. I will say that at Tri-City, there's a possibility that it will only be playing for 6 days. So you're going to want to catch it here in its opening weekend, Memorial Day, or by Wednesday. There's a possibility it will stay longer, but it is very doubtful at this point. We were just excited to bring it in for that amount of time.
Yeah.
So that's your big 3 as far as your new releases and, of course, what's holding over from last week. We've talked about these movies already as well. We know the Karate Kid Legends. I don't even think I had you pull that up. No big deal. Oh, you got it. Karate Kid Legends. Tickets are already on sale for that one. That opens on the 30th. Early showings will be on Thursday. And we did confirm another movie that is a new one for us to talk about here on the show. It's a movie called Bring Her Back. Now, this is a new horror movie by A24, and if you know any A24 movies...
They are very, very... I've always thought they were scary. Like,
Right.
so, one of my friends doesn't think they're scary. They're very good. I think they're very good horror movies, in my opinion. And I actually haven't heard about this one,
So
surprisingly.
I really hadn't heard much about it either. Was actually really surprised because A24 movies, a lot of times they're very limited on how many theaters they play in. Fun fact, Matt was telling me today on Mix 96 FM that when the original Star Wars movie was released, it only released in like 40-some theaters. They were not
Wow.
anticipating it being that big a movie.
Little did they know.
And right now, for us, if a movie doesn't release in like 3,000 theaters, we probably won't have it. But Bring Her Back is the one we were just talking about. It is a horror thriller. A brother and sister uncover a terrifying ritual at the secluded home of their new foster mother. I don't know. It's a horror thriller rated R for strong, disturbing, bloody, violent content, some grisly images, graphic nudity, underage drinking, and language.
So if y'all do not like any of
Yeah.
that stuff,
If Lilo and Stitch sells out, Bring Her Back is probably not the movie to choose to take your family to.
yeah.
So,
But if you're very into horror and thrillers, I would definitely go watch that in Final Destination
A24,
Bloodline.
they're
Yeah.
masters at
Yes,
it.
definitely.
So, those are the biggest things that I have right now. We will be talking here in the future about. Did I say something funny?
You're just like a Stitch, and then it's just like a
Yeah,
story.
Lilo and Stitch and Bring Her Back. Let's just, let's call it
Great pairing.
Back in Stitches. I don't know.
It's kind of fitting for the horror part.
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. But anyway, movies that are also coming in the future. The new live action How to Train Your Dragon will
Really
be coming
excited.
soon. Elio is the new animated film that will be coming soon. There are a lot of great family movies coming this summer. So this is the place. I always thought, oh, it's summertime and everybody wants to be outside doing stuff. And the truth of the matter is, I always have to make sure that the air conditioning is working because we all end up outside and eventually it's like, okay, I got to go somewhere and get cooled off.
Yeah.
I think that's why summers are so busy for us in the theater.
Yeah, it's definitely a movie summer this year
Yes.
with all these movies, and I'm really
Oh,
excited.
and we're excited because it's the best lineup since, I hate to say the word pre-pandemic, but it is the best movie lineup since pre-pandemic. I know everyone is, the entire movie industry is really excited about this summer. So lots of great things that will be coming once we hit June, July. Free summer movies, we have talked about those as well. If you want to pull up that schedule again, if you go to any of our Facebook pages, you'll notice that there's actually an event that is created for every single one of those movies. So one of the things I would encourage you to do, you're probably watching us on Facebook or YouTube right now anyway. So if you're watching us on Facebook, go to our Facebook pages, go to the events, and just at least click that you're interested in being at the event, because then it's going to give you a notification as a reminder telling you, hey, that's right, the free summer movie is here. Had someone asking me last night, they were asking me, is the free summer movie only for kids? And that answer is absolutely not. The free summer movie is 100% for everyone. People that were asking me about it were actually, there were some special needs groups that were asking me about coming in, that they may be a little concerned about going into a movie during a regular showtime because they just don't know. They just don't know if the people will, whoever it is that they're with, will actually sit down and stay for the whole movie. It's a very relaxed environment when you're going for the free summer movies, and that's the best part. Maybe you might have a young child who's never been to a movie. This is the perfect opportunity. Again, you're not spending a ton of money on movie tickets, so you're not afraid if something happens and you need to walk out, something else is going on. Again, the kids packs are fairly reasonably priced, so go in, grab yourself a kids pack, and give that child the full-on movie-going experience, but in a much more relaxed environment.
Definitely. That'll be very fun. I'll definitely catch a few of those. Definitely The Wizard of Oz.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's my favorite.
I love this year's lineup, and right now, again, there's just so many good movies coming out. There's always something happening, and if again, I'm sorry if something happens in the summer movie is scheduled at a time that might be bad for you. That doesn't mean that it's a bad idea to go to the movies.
Yeah, there's definitely there's so many chances to be able to go to the summer movie schedule because if you can't catch one of them, you can be like, hey, I like that one as well, and I'm free that day. So you could always go there.
So again, we've got that going for the entire months of June and July. Gives you a good chance to do that. One of the things that I also wanted to tell people is, let's say you do have someone who might have some kind of special need, whether they're hearing impaired or visually impaired. One of the things that we do have a few available of are we have the headphones, which will allow you to listen to the movie through that.
Oh, wow.
You can actually turn up the volume on one side, and if you're visually impaired, it will explain to you exactly what it is that's happening on the screen.
Okay, that's cool.
Or let's say that you're hearing impaired and you want to have the captioning. I know what's funny is that with you guys, your generation watches television with captioning on.
I think it's better. I just think because I don't know. I just prefer it with captions. I don't know why.
So for me, it's a distraction. So I don't like it. But at the movie, I know we've been talking about the possibility of doing some of these showings that way. But the reason that I'm bringing it up is because I had somebody who was telling me the movie is too loud, and they worried about that. And I said, well, why don't you use the headphones? Well, I don't want it to be louder. No, the headphones are noise-canceling headphones. So if you put those on, you can completely control what it is you hear and the volume you want. Cool. Again, we don't have a ton of these headphones. We have enough for our ADA compliance. And you need to let us know ahead when you come in. We'll try to make sure that the batteries are changed and they're ready to go. But that might be something that that we offer that people will take advantage of. And we love it when people ask us for those. Be patient with us if we've got a line out the door. Just give us a chance and we'll try to help you. Our managers all know how to get them hooked up and ready for you. So, which is something else I wanted to bring up, is the ability to do that, especially with the free summer movies.
That'll be really
it's a good opportunity. And, another thing I try to me, it's something that I just think about as, I don't want to call it common sense. It's just I spend so much time at the theater that I know. If I'm at a movie and I think that it's too loud, I move back. And I move back further away from where the main speakers are, and it quiets it down. If it's too quiet for me, I will try to move forward and move closer to the speakers. So think about that when it comes to your volume levels at a movie. Those volume levels at a movie, everything is set for dead center of the theater. If you start moving forward, it's going to be louder. You move back, it's going to be a little quieter. So just keep that in your mind whenever the time comes and you're thinking about coming to see a movie. I know that the little kids especially, I love watching little kids sit in the very front row going, just watching this giant screen with everything there. It's one of the cutest things ever, seeing the little kids do that. But if you're worried about them and it being too loud, then you might want to make your way towards the back of the theater. So, all right, that's a lot. Again, just trying to tell you all the things that we offer and the things that we're really excited to see for this summer. I appreciate always being here.
Yes, I love being here. This is the highlight of my week, coming here and talk about movies. It's the funnest.
Anything else that I'm missing that I didn't get to talk about?
I don't think so. I feel like we talked about everything.
Well, again, there's lots of new stuff coming. TriCityTheater.com, SilverScreenVII.com, Danbury.com. As soon as I come in here to talk to you, the first thing I do is pull up my own websites. Download the app. You can order your tickets, all your things right there on the app. I would encourage you, especially for Lilo and Stitch this weekend. If you do not like giant crowds, don't go on the opening weekend. If you're afraid it's going to sell out, buy your tickets early. It is still general admission seating, so you'll still need to get there early. But it at least guarantees you a seat. Now, it doesn't guarantee you the perfect seat, and I will also say, when you buy your tickets ahead, no refunds, no exchanges. So you've committed to that particular showtime, because when you buy the ticket, we pay for you to be there. You can't just decide I'm not going to make it to the Taylor Swift concert. You've got to kind of sell them on your own. Not that you're going to do that with movie theater tickets, but and if you see that, it's a scam. So 100% a scam.
Yeah. And along with that, make sure if you want that Stitch collectible popcorn bucket, make sure to get that at the Danbury.
Danbury Theater, it's
there?
only available at
Okay.
Danbury. Very, very limited supply.
So if you want that, make sure go and catch that as soon as you can.
And even if you know me, don't call me and ask me to hold you one. I won't do it. I can't do it. I don't have enough to do that.
We don't
So,
have enough for that.
If somebody tells you that they're holding it, they're lying.
They're just trying to push our buttons.
I won't even hold them for our employees.
But thank you for coming on. I will definitely be here next week to talk about the next movies. And thank you all for watching. We will all see you next week.
All right, sounds great. Hi, Mom.